Prince Harry's high-profile statements. In his memoir Spare cost the Sussexes dearly the day after the book appeared on store shelves, King Charles III officially demanded that they vacate Frogmore Cottage, which deprived them of their only UK residence. Meghan Markle probably wasn't too upset about this. She's not burning to visit the United Kingdom. But for Prince Harry, who, according to insiders close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, misses his homeland and would like to visit the UK more often, it has become a real and tangible loss. After all, now he has no shelter and, arriving in the country, he will have to either stay in a hotel, what about the notorious security, or ask for shelter from friends if the prince has any, or notify King Charles III of his visit 60 days in advance and ask for permission to be accommodated in the royal squares. The latter came to light after the prince visited the UK in early September. He was passing through, stopping in London on his way to the Invictus Games to attend the Wellchild Awards, when he asked to be given the opportunity to be accommodated on the grounds of the royal estate. Royal aides simply brushed him off. They said the entire royal family was in Scotland and to let him contact his father, King Charles III, and go to Balmoral. And there were no royal apartments in London prepared for his reception. A heads up, the king, 60 days in advance. In general, it was embarrassing and unpleasant. Harry had to squat in a hotel somewhere in West London, because to go to spend the night from London to Balmoral, Scotland, far away. Now there is much talk that the Duchess of Sussex is preparing her memoirs for publication, and royal experts are already warning her against making loud statements about the royal family. For example, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams has issued a serious warning about such a move, telling the Daily Express Harry and Meghan supposedly signed a 4-book contract with publisher Penguin Random House. But we know that only one has been published: Prince Harry's memoir, Spare Author. Meghan could write and publish her memoirs, but at the end of the day, who can you trust? This is why the rift with the royal family is as deep as it is, for all the reasons we know. They can't be trusted. They could decide to do this, they could decide to do that, and they're so unpredictable. If Meghan were to release her memoirs, it would be impossible for her to expect success without sensationalizing such a book. And that could cause huge problems. Mr. Fitzwilliams recalled the aforementioned loss of Frogmore, which resulted from Prince Harry's memoir, and also that the attacks on the royal family have already negatively impacted the Sussexes' brand value, and they need to take this into account when planning their future actions. Harry's claims in Spare cost him his base in the UK because they simply weren't allowed to keep Frogmore Cottage. That this happened is indicative of the current relationship, or rather lack thereof. And that's what happens when you censure your family, including Queen Camilla, in the book. From the looks of it, Harry is not going to reconcile with the royal family anytime soon. The rift is deep and very public. Not only are there attacks on members of the royal family a complete violation of family rules, but they have undoubtedly negatively impacted their brand value. This is something they seriously need to take into consideration. Meanwhile, warnings that if Meghan is thinking about a memoir, she needs to take it easy on the twists and turns are also coming from American experts. Thus, Mark Boardman, an entertainment expert with more than 20 years of experience, believes that the Duchess of Sussex could earn tens of millions of dollars from her memoirs. But in an interview with the American edition of the Daily Express, he warned Meghan's memoir could spark controversy and ignite debate around her relationship with the royal family, especially if she chooses to reveal previously unknown negative details. Any further revelations or scoops about her time with the royal family could affect her career and reputation in various ways. And furthering her return to the entertainment industry and showbiz would be a near impossible task. It's a fine line to walk, and Meghan will need to carefully consider the possible consequences of her revelations. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.